Hi, it's me Jo and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the Booktube Newbie Tag. I've been on Booktube now for a couple of months and I was meant to do this video like right at the beginning, but I basically, what with life and work and kids and all the other stuff, you get behind, and then as you get in more subscription boxes in, you got to do those unboxes, and basically it just got pushed back and back and back. So I've got some spare time, so I thought, right, I've got all the questions written down here and I've got all the answers written down as well. So if I do look down here, it's because they're all written here. So we'll get started. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? So I started this channel because I've been watching Booktube probably for the past, 9-10 years. And I've always thought, yeah, I want to do that. And I'm a very, very shy, introvert person. And I don't like putting myself out there. I was scared that people that I know would find my videos and then they would all make fun of me and blah, blah, blah. And then I just thought, you know what? Who cares? Who cares? I'll just do it. If nobody watches me, nobody watches me. I'll just sit here and talk to a camera for ages and do that. And plus my kids were like, yeah, mum, yeah, go for it, mum. And yeah, so if they want me to do it, then I'll do it. Question number 2 is hang on a minute. What are some... Okay, it is. I've got them all mixed up here on this page. What are some fun and unique things that you can bring to Booktube? So I don't think I can bring anything fun or unique to Booktube because I'm just me. I'm just plain old boring me. But I hope that I can just share my love of books with people who are like-minded with me, and I just want to be able to talk to people in the same community that like the same things as me, just to be able to share my love of books just like we all do. Number 3 is, why do you love reading? So to me, reading has always been a way for me to escape. So to me, the mundane world is boring, stressful, just sometimes can be an absolute pile of crock. And when you delve yourself into a book, you're transported even, oh my God, I can't even speak, transported into these fantasy worlds where these people, they can be anybody, they can do anything. And like, I love fantasy books, I'd love to be able to have magical powers and to, do all these things. And yeah, I like to get out of this world and escape into a magical realm where anything is possible. So number 4 is, what book or series got you into reading? So the first book that I can ever remember being absolutely obsessed with, and I mean, I came home from school, told my nan, my mum, my granddad, my brothers, anybody that would listen about this cool book that I'd read at school. I must have been about 6, 7-ish, so it was just starting to read. And that was The Littles by John Patterson. Not Patterson, Peterson. Oh my God, I'm sorry. It's John Peterson. And basically it's like the Borrowers, but they've got tails. And they have like a whole series of books. And I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. I wanted to be one of the Littles, and I wanted to live underneath the floorboards with these little mice people. And yeah, I drew little comic strips of them and made them do, made up little stories about them, and I was absolutely, literally obsessed. And then the next book series that I became obsessed with would be when I was in year 6, so I was about 10, 11, and that was obviously Harry Potter. And so whenever a new book came out, Mum bought me the book, I would stay up all night reading that book. And then the next book series that I became obsessed with, well, after I'd left secondary school, I didn't really read much. You know, I read now and again, but it wasn't like I was reading all the time like I had been in secondary school. Obviously I went to college. I ended up getting pregnant with my eldest, Amber. I remember reading Lady Chatterley's Lover when I was pregnant, God knows why. Didn't actually finish it, so that is one book that I do need to go back and read again. But not long, well, she was about 18 months old when I discovered the Twilight series. And I know I was probably a bit of one of the older readers because I was, 19, 20 at the time. But I absolutely fell in love with the Twilight series, and I absolutely loved it. And it re-sparked my love for reading. And ever since then, I've collected more and more books, and yeah, the rest is history, as they say. So number 5 is, what would you ask your favourite booktubers? Okay, so my question to all booktubers, not just my favourite ones, but to all of them, how on earth do you manage to read all those books in 1 month? Like, I'll watch TBRs and there's like, they've got 30 odd books on the TBRs. I'll watch wrap-ups and they've got 30 odd books on their wrap-ups. And I'm thinking, oh my God, how do you read that much? Like, I've just not long filmed my mate TBR and I think I've got about 6, 7 books on there. I don't even think I'll be able to manage that, you know, because like if you've got like a life, like how do you find time to read? Because yeah, you know, I wish that I could read all day every day, but then even if I didn't have a job and I didn't have kids, I don't think that I could sit there day in, day out and not do anything else. There's TV shows to watch, for instance. You know, you want to go out with your friends, well, when you can, because of coronavirus at the moment you can't, but yeah, I want to know how. Yeah, so if anybody knows the answer to that question, please let me know. What challenges starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So the hardest challenge to overcome will obviously be confidence, because as I said, I'm not a very self-confident person. I definitely don't like putting myself out there. Bearing in mind, I've been filming videos for Booktube now for a couple of months, and I do honestly think that it is getting easier for me to sit in front of this camera and just ramble. And I like the editing, you know, also that's another thing that will be a hard thing for me because I've never done editing before. But even that, I'm finding that easy-ish. I'm not really trimming videos or anything like that at the moment, because I'm just like, well, you know, it's me. I ramble. I talk a load of rubbish. I stumble upon words. I sometimes read ahead. Like when I'm reading synopsises, you might have noticed already that I will skip ahead. And that is just because of me. That's what I do. That's how I read. And then I have to go back. The next one is number 9. Where do you read? So, where I read is mainly on my sofa here or in bed. Sometimes if I'm really enjoying a book, I'll read it while I'm in the car. Well, because I don't drive at the moment, so my mum drives me, so I'll read it while she's driving. I listen to audiobooks when I'm cleaning or when I'm just doing normal mundane tasks. And now and again I will read when I'm on my break at work, but not very often. How old were you when you first began reading? or got into reading. So I was about 6 or 7, as I said, when I first read The Littles. I'd always been into reading. So like the Biff, Chip and Kipper books, I went through them like anything. I really did enjoy reading when I was little. And as I said, you know, as I got older, life took over instead of reading. But then obviously books won in the end because they came back. And then, and the last one is, what kind of books do you like to read? So the kind of books I like to read are mainly fantasy, sci-fi, mainly young adult, sometimes adult, and sometimes middle grade. I like historical romance sometimes. So I'm not a big fan of thrillers or horrors. I don't like horrors. I don't even like watching horror films. Mysteries, I like the cozy mysteries, you know, like the little cozy ones. But I normally like paranormal things. So anything that's paranormal, so anything that's got witches, wizards, werewolves, vampires, anything like that, I'll read it. Be it a mystery, be it a thriller, probably be it a horror, I'd probably read it. Just because I just like anything that's got like mystical creatures in it like that. So that is the end of the newbie book tag. I'm not sure who the original creator for this book tag is. If I can find them, I will link it in the description below. But so many people have done this, I really don't know who the original creator is anymore. And I hope that me doing this video has given you a bit of more insight into, you know, what type of reading and stuff that I'm into. So yeah, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the content I create, please subscribe. And if you never want to miss a video from me again, please hit the notification bell. And until my next video, I'll see you all in my next video. See, I can't even say that right. Bye guys.